The following announcement was paid for by the laws of wrestling.
We're not recording, right?
Yeah, we are.
You'd be a nightmare for me to edit, you know that, right?
Retweet the tweet.
Retweet
the tweet.
I wrote laws of wrestle, and then I realised that wasn't right.
That's our rivals, Aaron.
If you enjoyed it, please watch it again now.
Please put it on replay.
Guay.
Great.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Laws of Wrestling.
Smooth.
With myself, Lawrence.
Aaron.
Will.
Sam.
Today we're going to do a recap on the Royal Rumble, talk about the Elimination Chamber, a bit of Mania coming up, and some information on our giveaway. Ooh. And you can win some.
Aaron, we rehearse this.
Sorry. You can win some fantastic prizes. They're great.
And
alright.
definitely not half price. All the money on this one.
Yeah. I want to start off talking about the Rumble. I think we should get through that first.
Yep.
Pay-per-view as a whole. Well, how do we feel? Generally.
For a rumble that was remember the rumble, it is definitely not one to remember.
Definitely unrememberable.
Yeah.
Unrememberable?
Is it a word? Unrememberable. I remember on the night of our other video, which you should check out our reaction video, I said, yeah, I thought it was quite good. And then that was literally straight afterwards. And I think I was still a little bit hungover from the Cena match.
From Roman Reigns coming in.
From Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, that as well.
From the Cena Styles match, which I thought was...
That was very good.
That was a really good match.
Yeah.
Again, that's
Best match.
two of the big four, Cena and Styles, have stolen it. SummerSlam, that was the best match of the night, and now again at the Rumble, smashed it.
Yeah. I mean, Cena was putting out moves that I've never seen him do before.
Yeah.
Like that right-handed punch.
He always punches with his left hand, but he did it with his right this time.
There's a couple of guys that I followed on Twitter that are not very Cena, like you will,
Like me.
and one of them said, "I will never again call John Cena a two-trick pony" or something like that.
Okay.
So I think he won over some haters.
I think by the end of the match he did. I mean, the crowd,
Yeah.
they were cheering him by the end of it when he was kind of celebrating.
I've never been a big Cena fan,
Yeah.
but kind of past couple of years,
Yeah.
my respect level for him has gone up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things he does out of the ring, sorry, like off screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
You know, he does a lot. He does a lot.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I mean, it's quite funny because after SummerSlam, after his match at SummerSlam, when he took his sweatband off and left it in the ring, he got a standing ovation, which you didn't see, like on the event. Like, we were there, so we got to see it. It was great. Everyone was standing up,
But do
applauding.
you think, compare him to what, Hogan, Stone Cold, The Rock, all other big names, they just do what they have to do, and they know, and they do it very well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they know it's all they have to do.
That, plus,
Cena's the exact same.
Yeah.
The Roman's the exact same as well. He just
Yeah.
does what he needs to do.
Cena's been around longer than them guys as well. I mean, Hogan's top run was 84 till arguably 91, and Cena's been around way longer than that, consistently as well. I mean,
Yeah, he deserves that 16th
Yeah.
title.
I mean, when I asked
Yeah.
you why he didn't deserve it, and
I genuinely couldn't think of a reason, and I want to just kind of like say that he's won me over the last couple of years as well. Admittedly, like I was never a big Cena fan, but he puts on consistently good matches. You know?
Yeah.
Irrespective of what, he is not as good a wrestler as AJ Styles.
But
I don't think anyone at this
yeah.
table would say he is, but can he hang with AJ Styles? Absolutely.
yeah,
You know, and there's a lot of people that wouldn't. You know, that AJ would be running circles around.
yeah, he'd leave him behind.
That's true. I do think if Cena was on the Indies though, he would have done quite well.
I reckon
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Just because of he's just obviously really determined,
Yeah.
dedicated, and he clearly loves wrestling.
And his physique as well kind of helps
Is-
out a lot of the time as well.
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
Some of the other indie guys are like, you
Yeah,
compare it to Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
John
true.
Cena's physique to that.
But I mean, Nikki Bella's his cardio, so.
Okay. So we all were in agreement. That match stole the.
Definitely.
stole the
Yeah.
show, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the actual Rumble. Should we talk about the surprise entrance? And we're done. Okay.
Don't take that away from Ty, didn't it? It's a perfect 10, damn it.
But the thing, like everyone knew he was going to be
10.
number 10. Everyone knew.
Yeah.
I don't know much
I think-
about him, and I knew he was coming.
I think the only thing, one of you guys said it, the only thing that would have been better than that is if The Miz came in at number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing better than
He
him coming
would
in
have got
at
so much heat for that.
Especially if he come into his music as well.
Yeah, 10.
And then
Freaking
Miz
out.
just comes out.
Miz,
Yeah,
just
10,
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, we don't.
We mentioned last time that Chris Jericho could possibly beat Triple H's record for the longest time in a Rumble.
I think he just about did.
Just
Like,
about,
yeah, one of the-
scraped
yeah.
in like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, he
like
just
that.
about did it. It was funny because it was the whole sort of like, oh come on, can he last 5 minutes? And then he's still there right at the end, and we were like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he smashed it.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely
Yeah.
smashed it.
And he deserves it as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, he wasn't really in the ring for very long.
No.
I mean, like,
No.
40 years.
my favourite thing was, it was like 5 minutes of him actually being in the ring, and it was just like, oh my knee! He just rolled out, and he was outside for like
When he
half an
checked
hour.
his watch, was like, well, that's me done.
Yeah.
Take that, Triple H. I'm going to sit out for the rest of the
I
time.
bet he was supposed to get knocked out right away or something. He just like,
Yeah,
he's
he's
gonna
like,
roll out.
no
I'll
one's
take-
noticed I haven't left yet.
Yeah.
Strowman comes in, I'm going to throw out
Yeah.
Jericho.
Where is it? He's just like hiding, just peering over the side of the apron.
Underneath the apron with Hornswoggle.
Speaking of Strowman, who impressed you guys? I thought Strowman was quite good in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Strowman, I think we mentioned it with Sasha Banks. Since she came up from NXT, she hasn't been that impressive. Really.
Yeah, she sort of plateaued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Strowman's got better.
Strowman has improved,
So
I think,
much.
constantly
Yeah.
since he broke away from the Wyatts.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly brought up too soon, but he had the rest of the group hiding his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now since he's been on his own,
He's learning.
I mean,
he's so
he's
fast as well.
yeah,
Like,
so
yeah.
fast
he's
for
so
someone
speedy.
his
That
size.
spot he did where he
Especially-
ran.
especially on that go-kart.
Yeah, I mean, he got to the ring so quick.
So
I don't know how he
fast,
did
so
it.
quickly.
He barely looked out of breath.
Yeah.
He looked very impressive
On the go-kart.
on the go-kart. Yeah. No, I mean, you saw him when he first broke away from the Wyatts, and it was just like, oh, he's a big guy, he's fighting
Squashing people.
jobbers,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. Now, genuinely, I'm really impressed. I think he could make a push for a title, an actual
Yeah.
title run.
I think still maybe put him in the ring with someone who can carry him.
Yes.
He's still not at a level
Oh,
that he can.
yeah, and he's not quite.
Yeah, but if you put him in
there.
the ring with someone like Cena,
If they're going
just
to,
kind of carry the match and tell him what to do,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could be really impressive.
If they're going to be putting Braun and Roman with each other, that's going to be a big test for Roman.
Yeah.
That's going to be like
That'd
a.
be fucking awful.
It will probably, yeah.
Because
I
I feel
reckon
like
those two
I
are
also
basically
feel like we've
but
already seen
again-
that as well.
Yeah.
Well,
We've
yeah,
seen
with
that
the
so
Wyatts.
many
But-
times.
but-
with Wyatts.
But again, harkening back to Cena, if you put Cena and Braun together, I reckon Cena could carry that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's the difference there. I think Cena could get a good
Cena,
match.
AJ, Seth.
Cena
I
could do
think
that.
the thing is as well, what people underestimate about Cena and some of the better wrestlers, it's not just what they can do in the ring, it's they know how to make a good show.
Psychology.
Yeah.
So like, I think it was Stone Cold against the Big Show, and this is before the Big Show was doing anything. He told Big Show to kick out of a Stone Cold Stunner. Kick out. He was like, okay, kicked out. Right, I'm gonna do it again. Get up. Stone Cold Stunner him again. Right, you're gonna kick out again. He's like, what? Kicks out, and everyone's going nuts. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's not just about the moves you can do. It's about putting on a good show for people.
Yeah.
Watching, and Cena's got it up
With the
here.
facial expressions and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah.
Really sold the story.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Another person, who impressed me. I thought Baron Corbin looked
I
quite good in
think
the
Corbin eliminating Strowman by himself
That is
is
very
elevating
good.
him because I was
Yeah.
expecting any big man. Well, let's all go.
Well, he
Get
knocked
up on him,
Strowman
chuck
knocked
him.
out a Big Show, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Big smart.
So for Corbin to get that elimination,
Big for
I
him.
think it was really big for him.
Who else impressed you guys? Just off the top of your head that you can remember. I mean, it was.
Ty had it. Ty wasn't there for very long,
yeah,
but you know,
Good start to his
Yeah.
hopefully main roster career.
yeah, you know,
So
I mean,
I see him doing quite well, say like in a feud with the Miz or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I reckon
So
so.
he's quite a good wrestler.
Sort of
Could
weight
put on a good
class as
show.
well.
Yeah.
He's not going to be overpowered. This sort of.
He's never going to be a main event guy, but kind of IC, US
Yeah.
title, whatever.
Miz maximised his minutes there. Miz came in late and was just a heel magnet
Yeah.
for everybody.
But the Miz always does.
Yeah, Sammy did well.
Fantastic.
He was in there for a long time. He didn't do anything really all that memorable, but he.
all I remember from Sammy is him getting finished.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I said.
everyone
He
came
took
in
his
and did that.
he took his beatings in that
It was
match.
like whenever I play with him on WE. Everyone has their finisher to me. It's just. It was very much like that.
Someone who took a good beating. James Ellsworth.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god, he went
I think he's dead.
You can only hope.
He fell from so high as well.
So
Yeah.
high and not afraid landed.
No, right on his hip.
I just love that he came down with Commander and she's like, come on, get in the ring. And he's like,
No,
I
you're
don't
right.
think I'll do that. And then
I got your
comes
face on my
down.
fucking thing.
See, that annoys me though, because he done the whole hashtag like, oh, you got to get me in the Rumble,
Yeah.
and
Well-
it's such a waste.
Yeah.
I replied to him on that. And
Yes,
I'm,
you did.
You
I'm
did,
not
yeah.
going to say what I said. But it was
Don't
something,
worry, I'll show it.
something along the lines of, you wasted a space. Basically.
Yeah, but a bit
Like I said.
stronger. I feel
like it's stronger than that.
A lot stronger. The thing is, like, everyone, like, fair enough, anyone comes into a Rumble, but when you're only in there for literally less than 10 seconds or so, it's so pointless.
Yeah,
I
it
will
does-
say as well, he was the only one that really. Normally in Rumbles you get guys that come in and get eliminated
Straight
the
away.
next person.
He was
He was the only one that really did that this year. Most people at least
Yeah.
stayed for a few, for at least a few minutes.
I was
to
quite-
do something.
I'll be honest, I was quite surprised. We all know they saved the bigger stars till the last few wrestlers and last few numbers. And I don't know if that's because,
It's because they're old ones.
I was literally going to say, I don't think they can obviously,
They can't go.
but I mean, even Brock, I was quite surprised they saved him for so long. When so many people started building up in the ring, at one
Yeah.
point there was like 8 or 9 people in there. I was
A
like,
lot.
someone's going to come in next and clear it out. And then you get, I don't know, Enzo come in.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, he's not going to do anything.
He took a mean close
What would have been
He
good?
did take
You knew Brock was waiting for Goldberg.
Yeah.
We could have just had Brock come down, eliminate
Everyone.
everyone.
Mm.
Then he's just waiting for Goldberg with those together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Goldberg eliminates Lesnar in the rubbish fashion that it happened.
you would have
Then
thought
Undertaker
Cena.
comes out,
You would have
eliminates
thought so.
Goldberg, and then
Yeah.
you get more people start to pile in.
Yeah.
So
Now-
if you had that kind of midway through the Rumble, it has enough people, enough time to.
I
Build
do
up again.
I do want to talk about number 30. Really?
Yeah.
Again, reaction video says it all, but why? Like what's his thinking about, like Vince's thinking to put?
I think I will said before the cameras went on that it made Orton kind of look a bit
It did put
better of
over.
an option.
I
Yeah.
think I feel they've conceded. Not that they conceded defeat. They still want to push him
Vince
as a
never
baby
concedes,
face.
damn it.
But I think
Roman will go.
He will. But I feel they've almost kind of gone. You know what? He's gonna get this reaction. Let's at least make it work in our favour. He's gonna get booed.
Yeah.
So whoever opposes him is gonna get cheered.
It's rumoured to be Roman versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania at the moment.
Mhm.
There is no way Roman is getting cheered.
No, and they're
Walk
not
into
stupid.
WrestleMania
They must
against
know.
the
They know this.
It's
So
They
if he
know
turn him
this.
heel at Fastlane or before Fastlane,
Yeah.
and then he goes in as heel, but otherwise he's dead
I
in the
mean,
water.
Yeah.
no, I love The Undertaker. I really do. Probably one of my favourite wrestlers, and I know he's your favourite, Sam.
He did not look
Should-
in good shape.
Apparently he was really hurting after the Rumble.
It's-
He barely did anything.
Well, he had
I was gonna
surgery
say,
not that long ago. I don't
should-
think he's healthy.
Should he call it a day? Because he didn't look very fit. Let's be honest. When he took,
I'd be surprised if this isn't his
I
last
think
one. The
it
last
should
Mania.
have stopped when Lesnar beat him.
Agreed.
yeah.
As much as I love The Undertaker, and I enjoy seeing him all the time, his match with Punk afterwards wasn't that great. His one with Wyatt, no, Punk was before Lesnar, sorry.
But Wyatt
afterwards
wasn't
wasn't
that
that great. Wyatt at the Survivor Series wasn't that
great.
great.
The feud with Lesnar
Yeah.
The
afterwards.
one with
was-
Lesnar wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but still not as good as The Undertaker used to be.
No.
He's just getting old though, isn't he? And I mean,
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that.
I remember.
If he was a
Like,
dog, he'd be put down.
No,
It's
you're
like, you know,
right.
like,
You're
he's
right.
walking with a limp. You know,
You're
like,
right, though.
feel sorry for the old
The-
boy.
You know, it's
Take him out to that farm.
It's a testament to how good Taker's been for so long.
yeah.
Is that you expect a level from Taker, and if he doesn't reach
The level,
that,
yeah.
you're disappointed.
That's
and he
very
can't,
true.
And he can't do that.
That's very
anymore.
true, and I do feel bad saying it because again, I remember watching him when I was a kid, and you know, even now you watch, and you do have that expectation on him.
Yeah.
I liken it to what
yeah.
I liken it to what people probably felt if they watched wrestling like in the 70s and 80s when Flair was like the guy.
Yeah,
To see him in like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, that
it
must have
was the
been-
exact same thing. Like you need to just stop. No.
If you think about it, when you look back at interviews that The Undertaker did in like 02,
He wants to
he
retire
was
then,
talking
didn't he?
about retirement
Yeah.
then. And
Because
he's
he did
since
do
wrestled
stuff.
longer now,
Then-
since then,
yeah.
than he
Yeah.
did to that point.
Which is crazy.
I think he should go back to the American Badass. So then at least he doesn't have to worry about walking to the ring. He can just drive there.
That's
And
right.
then
Saves
save his
his
energy.
cardio.
That's right.
As he gets older, he can then come in a wheelchair instead. You know, like
With flames that come out. Alright.
Dong.
The little flag. Like,
I mean, we briefly mentioned it in the last video. Again, another little throwback. But again, you
Watch
know,
it.
where was Kane?
oh god, yeah. Where was Kane?
Most
I thought,
successful Royal Rumble person of all time.
Didn't even get a look at
He
him.
didn't
I thought Braun was going to beat his record though of most eliminations at one point.
Where's Roman's record then?
Oh yeah, of course, Romans. That's depressing.
Fuck that guy.
They're not gonna.
I'm trying to.
eliminate.
I've tried to get that out of my.
You did really well. You done it. How many people have you done it? 7, 8?
7 or 8. You
Yeah,
made it
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, he done alright.
So he's up there.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Better than I could do.
I don't know if Undertaker can carry on. Although he's the dead man. I remember one of you guys told me someone, and if it's you, kudos to you for coming on this, but it
One of
was.
us or you.
Oh,
I remember hearing somewhere that if he spent less time digging graves
Oh, yeah.
and more time actually wrestling, he
Yeah,
would
there
be
was a
so
guy
tired.
on the Squared Circle Reddit that came up with an absolute cracker. That if he'd spent less time digging, it was a major disappointment for him. If he'd spent less time digging holes without the assurances that he'd need 29 graves, he would have been in better shape.
Instead of just the 3, I think.
The
3 people eliminated.
yeah.
Yeah. That was great. Okay. we shall move swiftly on.
Swift.
I want to ask a question. This is still related
I'm listening.
to the Rumble.
We're gonna listen.
I'm half there too.
What makes a man king? Now, you can't.
Well, you're either born into the royal family
Yep.
or you win King of the Ring.
Yeah, okay, that's it. That's only two
Legally,
ways.
they're the
Yeah,
only
what is
two.
it not, Will? When you get
When you get knighted.
This guy.
We'll give him a book.
Alright, so Neville, king of the.
King of the Cruiserweight.
King of the Cruiserweights.
Yeah. That's a
I didn't
good.
know he was Irish.
Why? Why is he king? Come on, tell me.
Because
Because.
he's English.
That's
probably
literally it.
and they
So
needed
like
someone to they needed someone to replace Bad News Barrett.
Yeah.
King
King
Barrett.
King Barrow.
Okay. So we're going for that because he's
That's
English.
the easiest explanation.
He's English.
I mean, he's a big guy. Don't get me wrong.
He's like twice the size of all the other Cruiserweights.
Can you imagine the king, like if we ever do get a king in this country again, was from Newcastle?
I thought you were going to say, imagine if it was Neville.
Why
He'd just be, would be an embarrassment.
We would no longer have like just a figurehead.
Get a job.
We'd no longer have just a figurehead though. Like generally, people would be scared of him because
Right.
he'll just read out. They sit down. They're like, they go in and they're like, where is he? You just crouch on the chandelier. Red arrows off it. You will sign the treaty.
I want to see Neville when he's retired and he's not like chiseled as they come, like just constantly in the 24-hour Gregs, just
Which they have in
Working in the
Newcastle.
24-hour
Yeah, which they do have in Newcastle.
I used to be somebody. Yes, of course you did.
Shut up and give me a pie.
As a bite out of this one.
Sorry.
As he jumped up onto the tricep.
I was king once. Yes,
Right, okay.
So he's won the Cruiserweight belt.
Yes,
Yes.
he's on the cruise.
I think he's only in the Cruiserweights. I think everyone would agree to raise it up a bit.
Yeah.
Bit of star power.
Yeah.
The only person they have ready, because Sin Cara didn't really work.
No, they tried.
It's a kind of Neville
So I
one.
know, we'll put Sin Cara in there.
Yeah.
Maybe not. How about Kalisto? Neville.
Where
You'll
does-
get the English
where-
audience in.
Yeah.
So where does the Cruiserweight title go now then? Like, who
They're
eventually-
taking them off Raw. I've heard.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
So 205 Live gets really bad ratings.
So does that mean that Neville now loses his? Not only does he lose his division of being,
No, they'll take it off Raw and just have it as a network show. I think.
No, but that's what I mean. Well, what happens to Neville? Does he stay on the Raw?
Nah, he'll be on the
No, it'll be on the
Cruiserweight.
network.
So he
No.
get, not only does he get demoted to the Cruiserweight,
Yeah.
but then he also gets taken off of TV.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that he came back though, didn't he? This whole like, he's evil. Evil Neville. And he's come back like, yeah, I deserve,
Evil.
Evil.
Indeed.
I love he's come back because but he came back to be like, I deserve, to be at the forefront of this. I need to be on TV. I'm good enough wrestler. And now he's been taken off.
Yeah.
That's probably why they did it. Like, let's screw him over again.
Yeah.
Say that Rey
Wait.
Mysterio could come back and go into the
Do you reckon-
Cruiserweights and add a bit of star power to that.
Yeah.
He's not going to.
He's
No,
not.
it would be.
Do you reckon this is because he said he was a king and they didn't approve that first?
Yes.
Like the creative were like, we didn't.
Vince is like, well, he hasn't got the king gimmick. He hasn't got a crown or robe.
Did we do King of the Ring?
Did we do King Ring this year?
Was that one of the shitty tournaments that Triple H went on?
Oh yes, I did King of the Ring in the UK the other week, didn't they? That Tyler Bate guy won. Yeah, sure, Vince.
You know
Okay.
Cruiserweight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, those guys would fit in because they're not very.
I'd fancy
big
it,
either,
yeah.
No, you can
But he wrestled in NXT, didn't he? So.
Yeah.
You did,
Got
which
quite
is-
a good reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dickhead. Alright.
Doesn't respond to emails though, does it?
We'll draw a line under them.
You're right.
We'll draw a line under that now.
Emails.
The Elimination Chamber.
There goes that booking fee.
Yeah. Elimination Chamber's
Sorry.
coming up. Okay. Tapping the desk.
Now the big rumour is Wyatt wins
Yep.
the Chamber.
Yep.
Goes on face order at WrestleMania.
Yep.
I would have believed that if Styles would have still been champion.
Yes.
You don't think Wyatt's winning that
Well, the
belt?
fact that Cena would have only had his 16th title for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you think they're doing Cena and Orton?
I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Ooh, do you know what would be interesting if Cena wins his 17th title at Mania?
What, then calls it a day?
Well, I didn't even think of that.
So what? Wyatt wins the title at the Chamber,
Could you
and
triple
then
threat?
triple threat at Mania.
Yeah,
And
that's
Cena
exciting.
wins it again.
Back to take his 17th. Because everyone was a little surprised it wasn't at Mania for him to win.
Maybe
it.
if
I
it's
think-
a full way, you can put your man in the carpet
Touch
and
me.
there's.
Nothing gives you that right. I mean, you've got some big names in there though. Cena, Miz, Bray, AJ, Ambrose, and Corbin.
Yeah.
All of those guys are going to be in there.
Mm.
All fairly big names. I'm quite glad that Corbin's in there. He impressed me in the
Corbin
Rumble
could
as
do
well.
quite a
So.
good viewing.
Yeah.
Eliminate Ambrose maybe.
Yeah.
Ambrose and Miz kind of get into a scuffle.
Yeah.
Ambrose and Miz.
It'd be
Miz
interesting,
Corbin
especially
eliminates
if
Ambrose.
Cena is going to lose it if he goes out in one of the first 2 eliminations. Because it makes the rest of the match so much more interesting. Because you
Yeah.
know there's going to be a new champ. It's just
Yeah.
who's it gonna be?
Who's
I
gonna-
think
yeah.
it would be better for Bray Wyatt. The amount of knocks he's taken over the
He needs to- I want him to
3
win that
years
belt.
he's been on the main roster.
Yeah.
Knock after knock after knock. If he wins the title and then retains it at WrestleMania,
It'll
I
establish
think that'll
him.
make it
Yeah.
so much
Have you heard about
Well-
what tag match has been rumoured?
Yeah, the Miz and Maurice versus Nikki Bella and John Cena at
Yes.
WrestleMania.
I did see that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be, will be Nikki Bella's last.
She wants to retire, I hear.
Yes, because
The
of
next-
constant neck
The
problem.
next snapping.
Ooh, interesting. Just as Brie was about to come back.
But that wouldn't be a particularly good John Cena match.
No. And I always find
Or it would be a waste of the Miz as well.
it would be, yeah. Just
Yeah.
I mean, he could do some really good promos. The building up.
The build would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
The match would
The
just.
match would be.
I think the match was.
Man,
Has Maurice had a match?
No,
I don't think I've
I
ever seen it.
I
Well, she
imagine-
used to be Divas Champion.
she did, but
But like,
No, she was really shit.
Match.
That
She's
was
never
one
even had a match, but she is Divas champion. Twice.
how did you pull that off?
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I mean, I could see a few rivalries coming up out of that match in itself.
I generally
Just set
think
it up
that
again.
they really need some different stuff in there because Cena AJ we've seen a zillion times
Yes.
already.
Ambrose AJ we don't want to see again.
Yeah.
Ambrose Miz I don't think it's working.
I'd like to see Corbin go for the.
Corbin's the only one in there. You
Corbin
freshens
and
it up a bit.
I'd like to
Corbin, I would like to see Corbin Ambrose.
Yeah.
So I don't think Corbin's
Yeah.
ready for the title. Maybe.
No, yeah, he's not ready for the title yet, but
I see title though.
yeah, it's a good.
And Corbin is one of
Yeah.
the very few heels that does get booed consistently. People do not cheer.
And also since coming up from NXT,
He's got better.
people might disagree with us. But I always like Corbin anyway.
I did.
But I think it's better. I think his ring works better.
Promo works
Promo
better.
looks better.
He's come a long
Lot
way
better.
from wrestling. Was it Kalisto?
Yes.
Yeah, he's come a long way from that over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And he showed that again, as we said earlier in the Rumble. He definitely showed that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see Bray winner though. I'll be honest.
Yes.
I'd like it to go that way.
I would like
Very
to see
rarely
Bray-
does it
I would
go
like to
that
see Bray retain at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I
That
think
would
it's
be-
the start of the new year in WWE. Bray is a champ who's just retained
Yeah.
at Mania.
And then Cena, like the SummerSlam, he could win the 17th title.
Yeah.
Yeah, another big one.
I'm still adamant Bray is a babyface. That has to happen at some point. I'm still adamant. I know his character is all dark and scary and spooky.
I love that, but
Fans love Bray. When's the last time you heard Bray get booed? Bray doesn't get booed. He's a heel because he fights baby faces. He's not a heel because he does really bad
He's
stuff.
a heel because, as you say, the way he's booked.
Yeah.
And
You know,
also
the light thing. They love Bray.
Yeah, people like to join in.
But it's like Taker.
Those sheep.
I can't remember the last time Taker's a dark, evil sort of character in a way, but like
The only time he might have got a few boos is when he kept on punching Brock Lesnar in the dick.
Yeah. Why does he keep hitting me in the dick?
Why?
Everyone was like, oh, he's doing a heel turn. It's like, no, because no one's going to boo the Undertaker.
No,
Yeah.
it's not going to happen.
Just kicking Brock in the ball.
But Bray could go a similar way.
Yeah.
They tried that though, didn't they? They did
I'm not
like
saying Bray's
Bray
gotta come out
absorbed
and be
the
all-
Undertaker's. I don't know. I don't want to know what they did backstage.
That's
He
for
absorbed
fan-
something from the Undertaker.
That's for fan fiction writers.
I'd quite like to see where the Luke Harper story is going.
I was going to say, where did he
Because,
go?
you know, if Bray is going to win that title, is he going to defend it against Harper?
I would love to see Harper come in
You'd love that.
with a shit like
Yeah.
with like full shaven, haircut, like pushed to one side, sort of like carrying a Bible.
Sam changed his mind now.
Literally, I'd love to see just because it'd be like, what?
I'd like to see him like freshen up a bit. Because no,
Take a
not like
fucking
that.
shower.
Fucking
Have a shave,
wash
you
man. but no, just like kind of reinvent himself, because if he carries on just in like the vest and jeans, beard, hair,
Yeah, he's the same character.
It's-
It's
Yeah.
the Wyatt. It's the Wyatts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put him in a suit, comb his hair, and.
As I say, yeah.
his hair over.
Yeah.
But maybe not as a
That'd be
Bible
great.
salesman.
Maybe team them up with
Reverend Dean.
that English Jack.
Jack
Oh,
Gunning.
Yeah.
Between the nipple.
I
was like, long hair and
Hey, you
beard.
can't go from a bum to a king.
No, that's true. It could be like the
servant.
Well, yeah.
King in the
We've got
Ball.
manservant Luke Harper.
Harper's been Intercontinental Champion before.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's one
And
girl.
that is
He's
something.
a good wrestler though, and
He is a good wrestler.
his clothesline is.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
He's pretty good.
When JBL was telling you
Disgusting.
your clothesline's good.
That's something that he's
The one
got.
that he hit on Wyatt in the Rumble, I thought was pretty good. It's like, you're going down.
Yeah.
Harper's a better wrestler than Bray is.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Harper's also got one thing over the Undertaker, right? In that Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
Taker's never won the Intercontinental
That's
belt.
true. That's true.
Oh, wow.
So technically, he's the he's had
He's
the
the
better career.
Undertaker.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so the turmoil tornado tag match,
All the T's.
all the T's,
Pretty much.
Probably a tag
Let's
winner
shove
as
all
well.
the tag teams
Yeah.
in one match because we can't be bothered to book an actual feud.
One of the best
Yeah,
signs,
basically
I
what
think,
it
from
is.
the Royal Rumble, apart from the sign of Will's face that kept on
Oh,
popping
yeah,
up
that
in a
was
couple of
hilarious.
rows in the front
I
row.
like that
See
one.
if you can get a picture of that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Is Remember the Ascension.
That would be fucking great.
I think they're on the way up. they've
They're in
got
the tag title match.
they've got fans.
That's only because we mentioned them like at the first podcast.
The teams that are in that match, apart from the Usos, who would win?
Yeah.
You've got American Alpha, who are going to retain,
Yeah, 100%. That match is just a filler match.
against all the tag teams have been beaten down so much.
Yeah.
It's
I'm fairly certain Breezango has had their
Breezango, I
chance.
still think has so much potential
They do. As heels.
to be a good tag team.
Yeah.
Will they stay as cups?
Absolutely.
Not.
No, the whole faction, the whole
They're
it's
not
so
cops, they're
it's
fashion
so
police.
it's so
Jesus.
stupid, but
No, I see them as more like a Billy and Chuck kind of thing.
so you want them to
102.
you want them to make out.
Not as far as that when
Okay.
when the gimmick was built. They're like two pretty boys.
Yeah.
kind of
Alright,
thing.
so I'll keep it to
Bandanas.
No.
Oh, table was raisins.
Whoa.
Just
Alright,
knock on the door.
this is descending so quickly.
Yeah.
We needed to
Okay.
ascend.
Oh!
So.
Going from the old King
Okay.
to the old Prince Albert.
So they're going to retain. American Alpha are going to retain.
American Alpha does.
Okay. Okay. Naomi against Alexa.
Alexa's going to retain.
I feel we should talk about her some more.
No, okay.
No.
I'm actually quite. I think Naomi's actually a very good wrestler.
She is. Her
She
promo
is,
was
yeah.
brutal on SmackDown.
Yeah. I think she's a very
Very
good
put a
wrestler.
live microphone in front of that woman's mouth.
Well, she was a funkadactyl.
Yeah. Damn you, Rose Claire.
Well. Yeah. It's not got any time to build it, has it?
No.
Really.
There's no time to build it.
It's a week's
But
build.
she has had
Yeah.
what, three pinfalls over now to give it some sort of.
Some
mark.
sort of-
Alexa beats Naomi, then what do the SmackDown women do at WrestleMania?
Good question.
Nikki Bella wins.
She's gonna win a lot.
She'll retire. If she wins and retire, because then she just put the perfect way out.
Can they? But will they give her the title for her to just? Do you say to give her the title?
What to
Yeah,
vacate?
yeah.
And what? Just to vacate it straight away?
Well, yeah.
Oh, and just be like, I don't need this, bitches.
I got a reality show now.
Yeah.
I've got John Cena.
Am I right in saying that has Nikki Bella ever won the women's championship?
Not won the women's champion.
Not the women's.
Like,
Divas,
she's
Divas,
only-
Divas,
yeah,
obviously, yeah.
like, so when was the Divas belt around from? Like when because she's been in wrestling for a long time now.
She's
right?
been for ages, but they were only treated seriously like the last couple of years, right? As actual wrestlers. Before
What
they
about
were
the
just
last?
like,
And what about the last brand split? Was that?
She was injured at the time. Nikki came back at SummerSlam. Obviously, she came back at SummerSlam,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
but she was injured.
So
for a good
they
long
could
while.
give it to like the women's title.
Yeah, they could.
So-
As like a thank you.
So
They could do
far,
that.
all we've seen from Nikki Bella since she's come back is her getting beaten up by the heels,
Pretty much it.
and
Yeah.
and that's pretty much been.
And getting cussed out on Natalia.
Although
Of all people.
I just don't know. Can they just give it to her for her just to go?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Goodbye.
be a fan of that, to be fair.
Like
I'm not a fan when last year's WrestleMania when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental title and lost it
To
the next night.
yeah, like-
what was the point?
Well,
They
they-
had the
they-
WrestleMania moment.
he
Winners.
has had more intercontinental title runs
Then the
than in.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Do you know what? I just oh.
He's got a few years left in him, right?
Not the Undertaker, that's for sure. Okay,
When
so
Regal held the European title, Undertaker's never had that either.
Yeah.
I'm not bashing the Undertaker. I'm sorry. Okay, Sam.
Okay.
So sorry.
So I'm a little.
So that's gonna be Alexa
Defensive.
retainer. Yeah,
That's
Alexa
your
retainer.
retainer. Yeah.
Will they build that anymore, or is that just
No, that's
we need
one
a
of
match for it?
That's one
we'll
of
throw it under.
Done for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bookmarking.
We'll draw a line
I
under
do.
that.
I do think Naomi will win at some point though. but-
Yeah.
I think she deserves to win at some
She's
point.
one of the best wrestlers on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Compared to Carmella, who.
It's a
Well, she's
just
teamed
not
with
very good.
Ellsworth at the moment, and
That's how highly they
that
think
is
of her.
literally.
Yeah, they've taken her out of the women's division and shoved her in.
She's gone from Big Cass and Enzo.
to fucking James Osborne.
So they took her away from being a manager to give her some single.
She might have been cheerleader.
realised she's not very
Well,
good
she used to be a cheerleader.
and decided
She's
we're going to
been
put you as a
with
manager
Cowboys.
again.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna leave it
What the
alone.
hell that was?
That's a Alright, Mania. Let's move on. That's it. Move on. Okay, so Triple H wants to wrestle at Mania.
He does.
But who's he going to wrestle?
This is alright. Because it's in Orlando, which is where NXT is. He wants to wrestle there.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody got injured. That was creepy.
Brodus Clay wants to wrestle.
he just seemed to run away.
He's
Somebody
right
call my
back.
mother.
Somebody got injured. Who got injured, Aaron?
There's been a few injuries recently.
Okay, but who? It's, let's try that again.
Freaking
Let's try that
Rollins.
again. Sam, who got injured?
Finn? Oh dear God.
I give up. Okay, third time lucky. Will, who got injured? You dare. Look at us, that cheeky smile.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins got injured. And who injured him?
Samoa
He did
Joe.
himself.
He injured himself.
The other Samoa Joe, the one who wasn't in the Royal Rumble.
The one
that
that-
I tweeted out.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns' real name is Joe.
And
Samoan.
So he is.
Samoan Joe.
Have you, ever have you ever seen those two in the same room together? I'm just saying.
Ooh.
Maybe the body armor.
So you-
that
so
he
you're
puts
trying
on
to-
pushes it. Maybe that's why Roman hasn't changed his.
And he wears a wig.
See, he's
Maybe that's why he
a
hasn't
fat
got rid of
suit.
the body
The other way
armor.
around.
Because it hides it.
As soon as
Okay.
he goes out the curtain.
So Triple H really wants to wrestle. Seth may make it back in time. May. Very unlikely.
I don't think you're
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely. But he may.
Do they lose confidence in Seth now that he's got injured so close to Mania again?
Yeah, but that's just.
That's unlucky.
Yeah.
That's so unlucky. You
It's
can't.
just the luck of the draw. You can't really.
No, I'm not saying joke, but like you know how like, Vince's mind works. He doesn't.
Yeah,
He's lost confidence in Sasha because she's been getting injured so often.
Yeah.
He's lost
you
confidence in her. Seth's one of his big money
Would you
guys.
say if Finn is ready for WrestleMania, which he should be,
You could do Finn and Trips.
Finn and Triple H.
Yeah, you could. That's your best out at this point.
Yeah. If
That's
you
Both
can.
be similar kind of guys, so they could
Yeah.
do
Finn
whatever
comes
they
from
might have had
NXT.
planned already.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got the thing where he was injured and had to vacate the belt anyway. So,
But why? How are they gonna?
Because Finn is the Finn.
Well, not so much why. But
Finn was
how do they
the
build
boy of
it? Because
NXT when it was in his boot.
you have got the history of obviously Seth was the one that injured Finn. Triple H has injured Seth. There's the NXT connection where Triple H could be like, you know,
Yeah, there's a
I'm
do
NXT.
it yourself, WWE.
Yeah.
He's here.
I bet they're sitting there now taking notes.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
tell us what to do.
There's the NXT connection.
Well, I think that the only way they can do anything now is they have to get Triple H back on TV, which is something that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
And Finn would have to be on TV as well. To kind of
It was
do
so easy before where it was like,
You knew Triple H hasn't been on TV since for like 3-4 months, but you still knew that was the Mania match.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to be there, but now he will have to do something.
He's going to have to do the build for whatever it ends up being.
There was no promotion needed for.
Unless it's not Finn, someone else is on
Yeah.
roster already.
But there was no promotion needed for
Charlotte.
Seth. Charlotte. For Seth against Triple H. You didn't need it. Everyone wants to see
Yeah.
it. You don't need that much. Like Triple H doesn't have to do anything. Seth turns up at NXT, everyone goes nuts. Like, you know.
How many times do we want to see Triple H at WrestleMania?
Not for much longer.
Because
I feel like this
he's
might have been
a
his
different
out.
kind of person to the Undertaker, because the Undertaker had this streak
Yeah.
and it's kind of linked with WrestleMania regardless. Triple H.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like to see.
Triple
I'll be
H
honest.
versus Seth, yeah. Triple
Yes.
H versus Roman last year, we did not need.
No, that
They
was
just
just.
Triple H
So
just
what
kind
you-
of putting himself in the title picture to be going in as champion at the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah.
I think he deserves his chances.
Well, yeah, Triple H versus Sting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Just put Sting with a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Going back in his
I mean,
place.
Sting should have won that match.
Lawrence,
Really should have.
Lawrence, would you like the idea of Triple H and Sami Zayn?
I'd love that. I absolutely love that, but I don't know
That's
how
not
they
that
would.
show,
I was trying to. I was thinking the other day,
yourself.
this guy. We were talking about it before, but I don't know how they could work it in.
Sammy's always the underdog being held down by the authority.
So what? He just comes out.
Sami and Seth will make it in real
Kicks,
life as well. Oh,
in
they had the Royal
in
Rumble. Sami and Seth, they've already established that they're mates on, at least on camera.
In NXT,
They're mates.
Sami Zayn was a champion for a very short time. Owens beat him. He said, "Oh yeah, you've got your guy to beat me as well." For the
Yeah.
title."
Yeah,
Blah,
Owens
blah,
is
blah,
Triple H's
blah.
chosen.
Standing up for. He knows what it's like to be an underdog.
Yeah.
Standing up for the little guy.
Yeah.
Well.
Owens is Triple H's guy, so you got the history there with Sami losing the NXT belt way
That's
back
not a bad
then.
shout.
I'd like to see that. Genuinely.
Because let's face it, Sami Zayn's not going to do anything else. So
No, that's the thing.
He'll stick him in a ladder match with someone.
I hear they don't want to do. I hear they don't want to do that this year. I hear Dean, whoever he defends his belt against, might be relegated pre-show.
I reckon.
Yeah,
Cruiserweight ladder match. Because they'll be able to do so much cool.
Yeah.
moves.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Neville, Rich Swann,
Yeah.
the other guys.
I love. I love that every other match nowadays seems to be.
Jerry.
We used to be best friends, and I love that they didn't even do any promo for that except for on the night.
And the thing is though, that promo was really good.
It was a
If
good
they had
promo.
done that on Raw, these sit-down interviews
People
and
would
stuff,
care how
you'd give a
it was.
shit.
But it was like the night. It was
Shall we
like
go?
on the night they just bring it out and it's sort of like, oh okay, cool.
Check out, that's a pretty cool story. Oh, I didn't know they wrestled in Japan together.
I heard on
okay.
another podcast that the whole point of the Cruiserweight division on Raw is just to give you a break from Raw. That's why
Wait,
they
so you-
changed
the
the
cruise-
ropes, that's why they changed
Wait, so
everything
the
else.
cruiserweights are like the piss break?
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's so
because that's what the women
disrespectful.
used to be.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, to be fair,
To be
that's
fair, the
true.
women.
No, they
used
were,
to
they
be-
were, absolutely.
Honestly, they used to be.
They
Just
kind
like,
of-
they used to.
They changed
yeah.
the commentators, the ropes and everything, just so you kind of go, oh, this isn't Raw.
And you can
It's
step
like
away.
Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
And then they change it back again. Oh, this is
Okay.
Raw. And then
Yeah.
they do another one later on.
It'd be interesting because we'll experience that in April, May when
When we
see-
go.
Yeah. Well, we got both. We're going to both.
I'm still really.
So yeah, we get to see 205 live after SmackDown as well.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
If it's still.
If it's
If it's still on at that
Yeah.
point.
I hope Neville was still champ.
Oh god, yeah, he's a king, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's our king.
We'll cheer him.
Oh. My favourite thing was when Neville got into the ring when we saw the house show and they gave him a bit of mic time. He was like, oh, I'm from up north, and he just got booed.
He was like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I'm not
If you're north of the river.
Yeah.
You think he'd know that though? Like, it's not like an American who's like, oh, I'm really happy to be here.
He said, "Oh, no one's from up north."
Springfield.
Yeah. Okay, so
Springfield.
You're like the Simpsons.
what other matches are we likely to see at Mania?
It's going to be Roman versus the Undertaker,
Okay, yeah, we did mention that.
which they kind of set up at the Rumble.
There's that really awkward one of Brock against Goldberg for the third time.
For the belt?
If they hadn't made it so one-sided in the Rumble, again, there would have
There'd
been
be
a lot
more
more.
interest. Yeah.
But because it was literally, oh, spear, and he's out.
Now the Survivor Series, that's quite a divided subject. Some people think it was good, people think it was bad. I personally thought it was a bit of a waste
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
because it was just you wait this long, and I know Goldberg might not have been
match ready.
match ready, squash him, fine, whatever.
the second time,
time, it's like really.
now it just looks like a no
Yeah.
contest
Well,
every single time that they're going to go in the ring.
The problem is that nobody benefits from Lesnar and Goldberg at Mania, except
Okay, you
Vince's
make
bank
Lesnar
balance.
look weak
So he
again
gets
and
his
again,
win.
and then he wins at WrestleMania, and then he looks strong again.
He needs a
But it
network.
does,
Why?
but him looking strong again, yeah, it doesn't matter because they've already established that he can't be beaten by anyone on the
Well,
roster
the interesting
anyway.
thing would be is if Goldberg beat him again in 2 minutes.
And it's just like, what's
And it would be like, well,
If that happens again, I think they'll get booed out of the building.
yeah.
And also,
Again at
the
WrestleMania.
rumour is it's meant to
Exactly.
be them for the
Yeah.
Universal title. So if Goldberg retains at Mania, does he stick around? Or if Lesnar wins, he's not going to stick around. And then who can beat him? Who can beat either of them?
I did see another little swing.
Roman Reigns.
That's
is that
sad but true.
during that match at Mania, you introduce your new Paul Heyman guy who beats both of them down.
See, now that I'd like. Joe, oh god, if
That
they
could
could.
be-
Joe versus Lesnar would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know it's not going to be that. That's the
Joe
thing.
is quite a big guy in himself. He's got his.
He's not going to get. He's not going to get thrown around, is he? Let's be
Like I
fair.
said.
Well, I think Lesnar throws around anyway. To be fair.
It could be
As much.
Well, they pushed Joe as like this unstoppable guy in NXT for the most
When
part.
he came up and just destroyed Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, like I saw the stuff that
I've
I was
seen his
reading was that Nakamura debuts at Mania and beats down Goldberg.
I'd love that.
Nakamura's got an MMA background as well.
They look quite. Yeah. So you give them sort of actual fighter.
Yeah.
You know.
That way it doesn't matter about how good or bad their match is. They're both going down.
Of course.
And Heyman
Yeah.
decides to leave with.
And Heyman
You
can
know.
build up anyway, you know, this
He-
guy's
he-
got this MMA record,
The
he
only
can talk
problem
for
is,
Nakamura.
last time they tried to do new Heyman
It
guys,
didn't work.
Cesaro
Didn't work.
Yeah.
didn't work. Curtis Axel,
They've
didn't
got to be heels.
And
They've
Cryback.
got to
they
be.
were heels and they were
But,
terrible.
no,
And
but a
Cryback.
good heel.
And
like-
yeah, Cryback.
What they were.
But Joe's different though. If he
I
was
think
Joe,
they-
Joe could sell it
More like
as a destroyer
Yeah, I
and
agree
all
with
that.
that.
Yeah, I agree with
He
that.
could actually sell it. Whereas you look at Cesaro, strong as anything. You know, I do like Cesaro.
He's got no charisma.
No charisma.
Not much charisma.
Whereas Joe's pretty
Brock doesn't
charismatic.
have to do much, but all you have to do is jump up and down once or twice, and you go, wow, he's a fucking big guy.
Yeah.
You know, whereas you look at Cesaro, and he's very strong, don't get me wrong, pound for pound, the strongest and everything, but he doesn't look as menacing.
No.
It's-
The idea that I heard is it's going to be Owens and Goldberg for the belt at Fastlane. So,
Owens could carry
so
that.
what match is there to carry? If Goldberg can
Goldberg
beat
squash
Brock,
out,
if
yeah.
Goldberg can beat Brock Lesnar in a minute and 19 seconds, how does Owens last more than a minute?
Mm.
Or, and if he does, are you then saying that Owens is better than Lesnar?
But he's got Jericho.
And Jericho and Goldberg have a history.
True.
They're best friends.
So it could be 2 minutes.
Once he flips
Go back to the
Goldberg into
Heyman.
that walls of Jericho.
That's it. That's just done.
No, because he'll use his leg power and push him.
The Heyman guy thing. I think I said a while ago on a tweet. Follow us on Twitter.
Atlas Wrestling.
Charlotte could be a Heyman person.
Yeah.
She doesn't need the mouthpiece, but neither did CM Punk.
No.
CM Punk and Paul Heyman work quite well together.
Yeah.
And Charlotte and Paul Heyman, I reckon, can work
Yeah,
quite
I
well
reckon that'd
together
be
as
really
well.
good.
Mm.
Heyman's such a good talent. The fact that he only shows up when Lesnar shows up a couple of months a year, I feel like it's almost a waste of Heyman. If you've got him under payroll,
Let's put him on commentary.
Oh, dude, that'd be amazing.
Put him on commentary.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Honestly, and this isn't shitting on the other guys, but it kind of is. The reason why they won't put the reason why they won't put Heyman back on commentary is because he'll make them all look bad.
Yeah.
Well, what if you revamped it and you had
Went back to 2 people.
for a start. Well, I was going
You
to
see
say
that picture on SmackDown? There was 9 people at the commentary table. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, they've got 4-man house.
I'd have 3 people, and I would obviously be JR,
Of course.
Heyman,
Yeah.
and I'd throw Taz in there. Just because.
Here comes the pain!
Literally,
Here comes the pain.
literally for nothing else. Just we can just.
I
have
really
a
like
line.
Taz and Cole and JR and King.
We're both very good.
Yeah.
Previous draft. Awesome.
So we're saying that Goldberg is gonna have the title at Mania,
This is what's planned.
and he's going
Then
to
Lesnar has to be Goldberg.
beat him. And
So then who beats Lesnar?
Finn.
God, can you imagine?
That'd be horrible
man.
to watch. Stop!
Yeah.
He's already.
I feel like
Money in the bank.
Vince in
Someone
his,
catches him after a match.
Yeah.
I feel like Vince in
That's
his
one of the
mind.
first
I think Vince in his mind wants Lesnar Roman too. I feel like he thinks that's the big money match.
We've already had that 3 times.
Yeah.
I've never wrestled once at Mania.
Yeah, it was only
I don't
once.
think they've ever wrestled
Once.
since.
And compared to how many times we saw Sasha and Charlotte, AJ and
Although the thing is,
Ambrose.
Roman is one of the only people,
Ambrose.
and they've built him up this way, that you could genuinely believe. Well, the amount of finishes
Sadly,
he kicks
no,
out.
it's true. They have
Yeah,
protected.
man.
They've protected Roman so much.
The amount of
Dean
finishes-
Ambrose has been beaten by Lesnar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sami
Lesnar's even
Zayn
made Braun
thrown
look
around
bad.
by
To be
Lesnar.
fair,
Like he's nothing. Orton got
Lesnar beat the crap out of
Yeah.
Braun a couple. Well, that was a couple of years
Last year's
ago.
Royal
though.
Rumble.
Orton got opened up at SummerSlam.
They've
Cena's
almost
been beaten numerous times by
Yeah.
Lesnar.
they put themselves into a corner with Lesnar a little bit. I think it's just that they've protected him, which is fantastic because Lesnar should be protected, but he's almost too protected.
The Undertaker.
Can you imagine?
An even older Undertaker going up against Lesnar again.
He just sort of, by the time he gets to the ring,
Yeah.
And that's his motorbike again, so he's alright.
yeah. Alright, so we're going to see Brock as the champion, we reckon. Possibly. As it stands.
Coming out of Mania.
After Mania, coming out of Mania as the champion. But I do like the idea that if they do a Money in the Bank, it is easy for someone just to come in after he's had a match and
Yeah.
just 1, 2, 3. See,
So I know he's a big man and he wouldn't do particularly well in that match. Strowman could win the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Because he could just destroy everybody
Well,
else.
Strowman could just
Have
reach
plenty of
up.
time to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
doesn't need to
Reach up.
reach up and just pull half the ceiling
then-
down with it.
Lesnar versus whoever in a match later on, Survivor Series or something
Strowman
like that.
punches
Strowman
him.
comes out, boom.
Do you know what? Strowman and Paul Heyman might work really well.
That's not
Strowman's
that's
quite
not a bad
charismatic as well,
shout.
to be fair.
Yeah.
You were saying before about
He's
him
got that-
turning on
the look.
Lesnar at some
Yeah.
point. Strowman's not a bad shout at all.
Strowman has just that look of just like, wow, he's gonna fuck you up.
He looks intense. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Most people think that you got to kind of mug for the camera a little bit, like facial expression.
It's terrifying.
Do that again. Get a zoomed in shot on that, huh?
Okay.
You made my job so much easier. Aaron.
Right, if you made it this far, which I hope you have, really do, you're in with a chance of
Optimism.
optimism here.
If you got it this far, well done. It's hard for us, I don't know how it feels for you.
We're planning to do a few giveaways over the next few months. We've got some great things to give away, which you're gonna love.
You're gonna love it.
Who would like to showcase the? We've kept them in the plastic to prove that.
This is genuine.
That's right, I don't know if that's
We haven't
still
actually
working,
touched
but
them.
100% cotton.
100% cashmere. 100% cashmere.
That camera stopped working about 10 minutes ago.
Did it? Oh well, okay.
So we're giving away a t-shirt and a beanie hat. So if you have a head and you get cold, that would be great. That would be absolutely great.
And if you have a body,
That will also help you to keep warm.
you're a lucky person that has a head and a body.
Yeah.
It's a perfect gift for you.
God bless you.
Okay.
God bless you.
So if you wanna win one of these amazing prizes,
Amazing.
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 you
Some
have
might
to.
say awesome.
Ooh. Who would say that?
Ooh.
You have to be following us on Twitter, which
Yeah.
is @Laws of Wrestling. and you must retweet
This tweet,
which will appear on screen now.
maybe.
We could do. We have the technology to do that. It's great.
We
Um,
have the
and then
technology.
we'll,
We can rebuild.
you
We
know,
build, we design.
We will pick
pick
it.
someone at random.
It'll be at random. We're gonna use one of those fancy random giveaway websites.
Basically, we're going to put all your names in a hat and pick it out.
Should we do it? We could do that.
We can do that.
Hopefully, not too many
If
people.
anyone had a hat,
I think
we
it's
get
like
like 15,000 retweets.
Come on.
we just have to sit there and write it down.
Hey,
We'll be giving it to Laura, who's currently upstairs at the moment.
Yeah. She doesn't know this yet.
if you
Let's
see,
tell them.
sorry.
if
She
you
will be
if
winning.
you see us full retweet it, we can't actually win.
We won't
We're
win.
just, we're just doing it to help promote.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Okay, so that's at Laws of Wrestling for the Twitter, and you need to hashtag Laws Giveaway. Laws Giveaway. As I say, just retweet one of our tweets, and you'll see we've put the stuff on there for you. It'd be great. As I say, we've got a few more prizes as well, which we'll be giving away in the future. So don't be disheartened if you don't win.
There's lots more.
There's enough.
Really
Everyone can hold
cool,
one.
really
Everyone
cool
can hold one.
merch. I'll have a few goes and I'll
You
stick
can have
around
one.
the rings one.
You can have Roman because we know you love him.
Yeah.
So we've got
Goes right with my Roman mask.
say Dean Ambrose. Ambrose?
Mac.
Oh my god. Dean Ambrose. Jesus.
Shane O'Mac.
Roman Reigns. New day.
I hear later on. So there's more to come in future videos. So if you don't get
Don't win this time,
yes,
but
exactly.
I'll finish it off.
Thank you so much.
You might win another time.
Yeah. So say just follow us and retweet and hashtag, and you have a chance. Yes. Okay. We have been the Laws of Wrestling. Myself, Lawrence.
Aaron.
Will.
Sam,
Thank you for
are we
listening.
are we doing a wave or are we doing a point to the camera?
Should we do both?
Guys are dicks. I can't not do this.
Keep
I
reloading.
keep doing that. I can't keep.
Keep reloading. Roll credits. Roll credits.